Hello everybody, so myself Aman Rawat, and this will be the chapter for the course. And those who don't know what we have made earlier, so this is the gun which we are making right now. So for the new users, you have to watch the earlier chapters because this is the chapter 4. So this is the gun which we are making. So now we will start from where we have left. So in chapter 3 we have finished the model till here. So in this chapter first we will gonna make the fabric part, which is in M00. So for this fabric, first we will need camouflage pattern, which I have already downloaded. You can download it from net, online, wherever you want. So this is a camouflage pattern. So first this pattern has to be tileable. So this is a tileable pattern, so I am not touching it. And second, we have to create a one alpha map for this texture as well. And how we will do that is first copy the layer and then desaturate it, take a levels, and then make the dark parts more darker and light parts more lighter. In this way we will have a high amount of contrast in black and white parts, like this. This will work, and then save it. Okay, then we will have the two files. One will be the textured one, and one will be this textured one, and one will be the alpha one. And this alpha we will use for height map and for roughness. So I have already created, this is the same thing. So now we will use these two maps here. Now when you will import the textures, then you have to set that this part to texture 1 and set this one to project. Okay, so after this what we will do is we will take a fill layer, close the height and normal matte, and in this layer we will gonna take color, metal and roughness. So what we will do is take the texture map and directly put this in base color. Okay, so right now the camouflage pattern is bigger, so to make it smaller, first change it to triplanar so that there will be no seam problems, like this. And then change the tiling to 5 or 6, like this, as you like it. So I am putting it at 6, and this is a fabric part, so the roughness will be quite high, like 0.75, because it is not reflective. And after this what we will do is we will take one more layer, and in this part we will create a roughness variation and height map for this fabric. So we need only roughness map and height map. So for roughness, earlier we have used 0.75, now we will increase it and we will use, for example, 0.9. And for height, for starting we can take at 0.5, like that. And then right click, add black mask, fill, and put this alpha which we have created into the texture. And this has to be same with this triplanar and tiling 6. So here will be also same triplanar and tiling will be at 6. like this. Okay, so right now to see height map we have to do just like that. Increase the value and keep the value where you want. So I am going in negative value and I am putting -0.1. This will work for me. Okay, so in this way we can create the fabric parts. Now this layer also contains these wires and this metal parts, so these will be the bronze material. So first we will assemble it in one folder and write it as camouflage, and in second part, okay, so this will be a bronze material, so we don't need it to create it. We can directly take it from here, smart materials, just like write it bronze and there will be a material. Okay, so just right click, add black mask, right click, add paint, and just fill wherever you want it, like we want in these two wires. So take the object one and then click it like this. So these two will be of bronze wires, and if you want to change the color you can just go here and change the color accordingly, or if you want to change some settings so you can do it from here. So I am not changing anything, so I will keep it like this only. And then in this part this will be the wires. Okay, so I am thinking about the green wires. So what we will do is, first we will wanna take a layer. We don't want height and normal. First we will choose the color of it. So we are going to take the greenish tone, point, we wanna take 0.228 and increase the saturation a bit. I think till 1 will work. Little bit of green tone, and this has to be darker like this. Okay, if you want to increase saturation you can like this, and you can play around with the colors. So I am going to okay, it will work. And now we will change the roughness. This is wire, so it will not have much reflections, so 0.7 or 0.8 like this. And one more thing, in camouflage pattern, whatever we have make in height map, it is also coming here. So what we can do it, we can close it like this. First we will make this layer off and then right click, add black mask, right click, add paint, and just click on these two, so that these this folder will whatever this folder has layers will have only in these two parts. So now when we will open this layer, now we don't have the height maps in it. Okay, so now what we will do is, now we will create a wire patterns over here in cross forms like this. So how we can create that is, we will take one more fill layer and we will leave color, roughness and height map in it. And for color part, just pick the earlier color like this and make it darker. Okay, like 0.3 like this. And for roughness part, for variation, earlier it was 0.7, now we can keep it at 0.85 like this. And now add red black mask, add fill, and now we have to just go to the alphas and find a wire pattern it has I think its name will be at we can choose strip, this one. But the problem with this is first, okay, wait. So after this, just increase the tiling to like this. Now we are having the lines, okay. So but in this we want lines from left to right and from right to left, like this, in cross patterns. So first we will make the vertical one and then we will make the other one. So for this we need the height as well, so we will change the height like this, little bit of height, okay. And we will also change the thickness of these lines. So how we'll change it, we will go here and we will work on width like 0.4, more thin 0.2, like this. 0.2 will work. This has to be thinner, and then just copy paste this same layer and just rotate it like this. We will rotate it like this, and now we will create a pattern in cross forms, okay. And if you want these lines to be less, then you can change it from like 15. Now the distance will be much more, like 13, and if you are changing 13 here, then there and here in second layer also it should be 13. Now you will have a bigger lines pattern in it, okay. But I think 15 will work fine here, like the, and change this to I think 90 angle, okay. So now we have also done with these wires. So now take a folder, put these layer in wires and write it as wire, add right click, add black mask, click add paint, choose the object mode and just fill the wires like this, okay. So now we have created the bronze also, bronze material, wire material, and this camouflage material as well. So now what we will make is make this plastic material, okay. So this is the last part. So I think it is in M03. Okay, this is the plastic material. So for plastic material, let's go to M03. Okay, so for plastic material, what we will do is first we will create a one material like normal material, fill material, remove the height and normal, and just pick the color which you want. Like I want little bluish and darkish material, like bluish 0.571, and increase the saturation a little bit, only a little bit. The small saturation will be a very lighter, okay, and then hue will be 0.6, like this, okay. And for the this is not metallic part, this is plastic part, so it will be at 0 only. And for roughness and for roughness it will be around 0.45. It will, or 4, you can put it like this, 0.45. It is not much shiny, little bit only. If you want more shine, then you can change it to 0.5. 0.4. Now it has more shine. And then just add just copy this layer one more time, copy paste, and then change its roughness. Now because we are creating a variation part, so change it to I think 0.5 for making variation. And for the base color it has to be now darker, so it is 0.6 earlier, so to make it darker we can change it to 0.45. Okay, now dark has created. So now for variation we are just have to right click, add black mask, right click, add fill, and just take the some alpha parts. Just take this one for example. Okay, so now you can see that we are having a variation in it, and in roughness also. In base color we have roughness, and in roughness also we have variation. Okay, so but for this put one more level, and for level part just make it a little bit like this, and change it so that the dark part will be more darker and the light part will be more lighter. It will these level will create a good contrast between the colors. Okay, like this. This will gonna have the this will be a metal breakup part, but we have to create I think 3 variations in this plastic part as well. So this is the first variation, which is a lighter one. So you can just you can write the overall. This will be the center one. Okay, so you can just write overall medium plastic. And for this material has been created, now just copy and paste and just close this one. And for this it will be a dark. Now this will be a second material for the plastic, dark. Everything will be same, just we have to change the colors, which will be in darker form. Okay, so what we will do is wait, just remove this and take this one and just change this to dark. And how you will do this is just make it like this, 0.2, and this has to be more darker, like 0.1, like this. Okay, so now it is not having much shyness to it, so what we will do is we will just change the roughness 0.25. now it is shining better. And for variation part change it to 0.35. now it is having a good shine. Okay, and for variation part I think instead of using this SMW spot we will use different one. Fractal some will work fine I think, or this one. Okay, we'll use this one. So it will have much more variation in it. Change it to triplanar and just increase the dots tiling. Like we can change it to 15, a very small amount, and it will have a dots in whole material. Okay, so after this we will create a scratch part. So for scratch part, first we will create one more variation in color, I think, then only it will work finer. So for that, just copy paste the same layer and change the color to 0.3 brightness, and then in fractal part just use the different filter like this. Okay, so now it is having a good variation. And for this color part, just increase the saturation as well. 0.1 I think will work good. 0.1. Like this. Okay, and for levels, I think we don't have to do much harsh variation, just change the contrast a little bit like this. Okay, now it is fine, but we need to make it a little more darker, so for that just decrease a little bit more here. 0.15. Okay, now it is more darker. Okay, now it is fine. Now it is fine. Now what we will create is a little bit scratch on the scope part. So delete this one, and for the scratch just take a new layer, write it scratch, and change the color, take it from here only, but it has to be a brighter variation like this. And after that just right click at black mask, add fill, and take a layer from here, alpha, which will be a scratch, grand scratches, I think this one. Okay, yeah, we don't have to create too many of scratches, only a little bit. Okay, so the first make it triplanar, increase the tiling. Okay, this can work, it has a low amount of scratches. And to change the scratch contrast, add levels in it. Now you can change the contrast part as well, like this. And for scratch we can add a little bit of height map as well, not much, little bit. Wait, file is saving right now. Like -0.02. little bit of scratch. You can see now it has a scratch depth as well. Okay, and if you want less scratches, what you can do is go to the levels and increase this one. When you will increase the black part, you can see that scratches are now low in numbers when you are increasing these values. So if you want less scratches, you can increase it in high amount like this. Okay, now it is fine. Now if we want, we can add dust as well. For adding dust, just copy it from here, put it on top of it like this, and first create a folder and just put these all layers in one folder, and this has to be color variation, and write the folder name to be plastic dark. Okay, and for the dust part, right click, add white mask, right click, add paint, take a brush which is of dirt, take the layer dirt brush and just remove the dust where you don't want it, because right now it is in very high quantity and it is, I think, flowing everywhere. So just remove dust in very high amount and just keep it at some places, not everywhere. It only has to be near the corners. Like this, remove the dust where you don't want it. Okay, so you can do this on your own, this part, and for this one also it has a very high amount of dust here as well, so you can also remove it from here like that. So in this way we can create this scratch part. And now what we will create is, now we will create a one more material, which is the opaque material. Okay, so for creating the opaque material, what we have to do is first go to the texture set setting, go to the here in main shader setting, change it to this one, PBR metal rough with alpha blending. So for, if you want to create opacity, first we have to change this to alpha blending mode, this one. So I am just changing this to PBR metal rough with alpha blending, change it to this. After that, go to the texture set setting and here it is a plus sign. So after adding a plus sign, you can add maps, which maps you want to add or remove. So from here you can add opacity map, which we have already added. So if we will cut from here, you can see it is not here. So now from here you can add opacity map like this. So when you will go to the layers and when we will create a new fill layer, go to the properties, and now you will have this opacity tab as well. So we don't want height, we don't want normal, we want opacity. So right now opacity at 1 means it is not opaque, so to decrease it, now you can see that now we are able to see the inside part as it is transparent. So we don't want it in high quantity, so you can write it like 0.7 opacity, like 70% transparent material, and change the color of the transparent to be, I think, green, blue, whichever color you want. You can change it to, but I am going to change it to green, like 0.46. I'm creating it in darker form like this. Okay, now you can see inside part is also visible. So now it is opaque. If it is more opaque, then you can just change it to 0.8 like this. And right now its roughness has to be higher, like class has a high roughness of 0.2 like this, or 0.25 will work. And now we will create a little bit variation in roughness. So we will add a roughness, and we want that only in roughness part, and change it to 0.5. Just change it to 0.2 and change this one from 0.2 to 0.3. Add right click, add black mask, add fill. Just go to the alpha and write scratch. Take any scratch, like you are taking this scratch, change it to try fingers 5. So now you can see, you can see lines in the only in alpha parts. You can see like that, only in alpha. But if you want in color as well, you can add a color as well, but it is not looking good. So for the color one, what you can do is at level invert it, so the colors will be invert, and then add this level part, decrease the scratches amount like this. Now the white color has to be changed. Pick it from here and make it not much, just a little bit darker, just like 0.2. Now you can see that there is a roughness variation as well in roughness in color. Okay, so like that you can make a glass material as well. So now this chapter has been finished. So in next chapter we will going to create the alphas in the model, whatever we have to write, and whatever we have to write in gun, or we needed to add the alphas or holes and stuff like that. So we will make that in next chapter. Okay, so this is all from this chapter. So thank you.